Hello, welcome back to the channel. Beauty vlog this time. I'm going to talk about all the imperfections we've got and what we can do to cover them up. Now I'm 56 and I've got loads of imperfections, and if you haven't got any imperfections at 56 or beyond, or maybe even before that, then you are very lucky. I've got lots of bits and pieces that I want to share with you how I cover up. I've got a lovely broken vein on my nose. I've had that lasered twice and to no avail, it's not gone yet. I'm going to have a few more tries, but this vein, it really drives me nuts and it's very hard to cover up. What else have I got? Very pigmented eyelids now. That makes a difference to my makeup. Obviously the lighter everything looks with your makeup, the less aging it is. That's my personal opinion. I think keep it light in our older years and it just all looks a lot better. What else have I got? I've got a lovely big dent in my forehead. I hate that, so I like to try and cover that up as much as possible. And I've got a few pigmentation marks and lip lines. They're just starting to appear, so I'm going to share with you how I try and cover them up the best that I can. I put a hair clip in because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Right, I don't use all of these items on a daily basis, but there are a few in here that I do use on a daily basis that I'd like to share with you, and one of them would be this Look Fabulous Forever Eye Prime. You can see it's nearly half empty, and what I love about this is that it takes that pigmentation out of my eyes, the darkness. I'm only going to do one eye because I just want you to see the difference that it makes. I normally put this on with and no foundation actually. And I leave that to set. And then I put my eyeshadow on over the top. So I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see the difference. This eye prime is very good for stopping any eyeshadow creasing as well, so it's very good for that. I've got very heavy hooded eyes, so it definitely works lovely for me. I actually use this as a concealer sometimes as well. I think it's a brilliant tone for my colour skin, and sometimes I use it on the lip line, and it just sits on top nicely. Lips, talking about lips, I've got the Look Fabulous Forever Never Feather Lip Prime. Now, I find this amazing stuff. It takes a little while to dry, so I normally put my foundation on first and then I put this over the top. It takes a while to dry, so I carry on with the rest of my face, and then by the time that's ready, I'm ready to apply my lipstick. So this, I'll just rub it on the lip line. And this will stop your lip line bleeding, and it makes your lip lines less noticeable as well, so that is another bonus. Nearly all of these products actually are from Look Fabulous Forever. I work with them quite a lot and their products are amazing. Just thought I'd share them with you and give you some insight on what they do. Now I'm going to use the Instant Bright Highlight Pen. You can see that because it's mirrored. This is a lot like famous branded pens. This is good for any darkness under the eyes. It's one of the things that I don't really suffer from yet. but it is nice to just pat a little bit on under the eyes. Like I say, light will always make things look better. And I'll just pat that in. I'm not going to do a full makeup vlog today. This is just purely for the products that I use to help eradicate those imperfections that I've got. Look how much brighter that is than the, see the eye prime. So can you see the difference that it's made? That is just so much more proper skin looking rather than the dark that I've got there. I think it makes a big difference. It's cool. Right, now getting onto this nasty old vein on my nose. I use concealer on it on a daily basis, and prior to that I use this colour balance neutralizer. Anything that you've got redness, if you've got broken veins, I've got quite a few around my nostrils as well. Anything that's red, the green will tone that red right down, so I just stick that right on there on my nose, and hopefully that's going to get rid of that redness, and then I'll put the concealer on over the top. So I'm gonna pat that in, and I'll show you what it looks like after with the concealer on the top. I did actually write a blog post on all these products. I was so pleased with them. It looks a bit weird on this green, but when you put your concealer on over the top, it's a lot better. Just let that sit in a little bit, and I also put a little tiny bit on that dent there, and then I put concealer over the top of that. Any deep lines, you put light on and it will help bring them out. Well, it's already brought that out a little bit already. So while that's setting a little bit, I'm going to talk about something that absolutely wowed me this year. This has got to be one of my favourite products of 2019. Now this I do use on a daily basis. I think this is the third one that I've used this year. It's actually called Bring Back Brow Shape. For sparse eyebrows, the idea is this tiny hair-like brush. You can define your eyebrows if you've got sparse eyebrows, you know, like the microblading. It's similar to that, so you would just literally paint on your hairs. But luckily enough, that is one of the imperfections that I don't have. I still have pretty good eyebrows, but one thing that I did find it very useful for is my sparse eyelashes. I have got really short sparse eyelashes, and I find just a tiny dark line along the eyeliner, it just helps define my eyes a little bit better. It actually makes it look like I've got eyelashes as well, and I just really like it. So I just go straight along the lash line. It's quite a runny liquid, this, so you have to be quite careful. I'll brush excess off that brush to start with. I'm just gonna, I'll see if I can come in and just a quick straight line with that brush. One more. I'm literally digging that brush into my eyeline, lash line, and I think it's amazing stuff. I wouldn't be without it. I've been really pleased with that. So yeah, So can you see the difference with the two eyes? It's very sheer, if you like. It's not a harsh dark line. It just gives that little bit of definition to the eye. And I think it's amazing. Right, now the green. I can't find my concealer brush will not fabulous forever, so I'm going to use my fingertip, which sometimes I think is better anyway. So I'm using the concealer. I'm going to go over what I covered in the green to make that covered up. The shade I'm using is 01. It's very fair, like I said. The light, you need the light to bring out and cover that green, so because it does look very greyy. So I pat that all the way down the nose. So in there I've got some broken veins and large pores, so I'll put that on there. And I will also put it over the lip line now, just so that you can see that that has made a difference. And I'm talking about the liver feather. So I'm not putting, well, I will put some foundation on after this actually, but yeah, you can see that it's less liney here now. And then you put your foundation on over the top and it really does work. It works lovely. So I'm just going to pat that in. And there you go. So I think from beginning to end, I'll put a picture up actually to see if we can notice the difference. So from the beginning to end, this is just what I would use before I actually apply foundation to do my full makeup. I know it looks a little bit pale, but this is just working on those imperfections, like I said. Yeah, just covered up. This is really good. That's so much less noticeable. My eye is not so dark. This is better. It's a lot brighter. And I look like I've semi got eyelashes. The lip line looks better. I'm just going to put some concealer on any other little blemishes that I've got. Excuse me, because I'm looking in the mirror here. And the chin line. I don't know why I've got some pigment here. And that's it. And now I'm going to apply my foundation. So, sticking with the brand, I don't use this all of the time. They might have rebranded this by now, but this is the Light Look Beauty Balm. I personally prefer a heavier foundation. It's one of the reasons why I don't use this so much, and it's a little bit orangey. Go easy on the areas that I've worked on already. So I'm just going to pat that on there, on all the areas that I've worked on, rather than, so it will just wash off all the hard work that I've just done. That I did it that way because I wanted to show you. So just wait for that to dry for a second. Quick swig of the tea. It's very cloudy today. It's been so hot this weekend. It's been beautiful. Right, now that's, I always like to let my foundation settle a little bit. So now that's done, I'm going to blend that in. On my brush, I always use. Only pat on the areas that I'm working on. So there we go. So I'll put a picture up, I think, of before and after, like I said, and we'll see if we can see a difference there. So the only other thing that I can recommend is eyelash curlers. I think they make a huge difference. They do to me. I haven't got hardly any eyelashes, and I use these quite a lot. I actually find it better to apply a layer of mascara first, then give them a good pump, and I'm good to go. So let's just recap on these items. The concealer to cover up all your blemishes. I always use lighter than my skin tone because it'll bring out any wrinkles. The highlighter, this is good for blemishes and for bringing out those wrinkles again. The colour balance neutralizer, brilliant for any redness. As you can see, a lot of mine has gone. Love it. The Never Feather Lip Prime to eradicate those lines a bit. This will stop your lipstick from bleeding too. And the Eye Prime, which will take away any darkness on the eyelid, and it will stop your eye makeup from creasing. I find that really useful. And my best one is the Bring Back Brow Shape, my favourite. Definitely worth trying on that if you've got sparse eyebrows or lashes like me. Give it a go. And that's it. See you soon.